Madison Police Department is looking for who's responsible for shooting two teens on the city's west side.
Tonight, the district's alder and an organization are helping the community during this difficult time.
WMTV's Cameron Kelly joins us now in studio. And Cameron, the alder on the west side of town says he's talked with a lot of concerned residents.
That's right. Detectives also found a bullet on scene and went back to the area this morning. They did interviews with residents and are now investigating. Madison residents at an apartment complex were greeted by police lights as they made their way home Thursday evening. A 17 and 18-year-old were shot on the 5900 block of Schrader Road.
The good news is their injuries that those suffered yesterday are not considered life-threatening. You know, they both are expected to recover.
District 19 Alder John Ugair says he received calls from concerned residents who experienced a different crime on their block last week. Ugair now working with police.
My first question was, is there any connection to another problem we've had just recently, which were car break-ins, just people going down the street, knocking out windows.
Meanwhile, organization Focus Interruption is helping the victims' families.
And it really all depends on what the need of for that family, because again, it's not a cookie cutter approach. It's a way of being able to really navigate different situations and see what is the best need for that individual family.
Focus Interruption also provides programs to help the community every step of the way.
This is something that we're also not only committed, but also this is what drives us, because we know that we can all live in a safe place.
MPD says they are looking for any car or door video residents in the area may have, and if anyone has any information, they are asked to call Crime Stoppers. More information on resources and programs from Focus Interruption are on our website. Live in the studio, Cameron Kelly, WMTV 15 News.